Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Most racist movie in the world. What's up, y'all? It's another episode of Diva Speak TV. It is summer outside and we are in Harlem. Can't forget these guys. Yeah, they'll be featured in our Big Up Let Down. We also, of course, have the Superwoman of the Week. And we're gonna meet up with Soldier Girl in the Diva Speak TV. So we just had Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And so our Superwoman of the Week is Michelle Duggar, who at 41 is mother to 17 children and is 6 weeks into her 18th pregnancy. Mother! So Michelle Duggar has 17 children, 2 sets of them twins, by the same man, Jim Duggar, and they are a ginormous family who actually has a show on Discovery Health that chronicles life inside their home, which you know must be bananas. She's 6 weeks into her 18th pregnancy and says that she's gonna keep on having children as long as God wills it. Well, you know what? Her vagina is willing it, and that is what's amazing to me! You know, being a mother is difficult raising children, but people often forget the difficulty in actually having the baby. Can you imagine squeezing 18 watermelons out of your vagina? Man, listen, if that ain't some super shit, I don't know what is. Our Superwoman of the Week is Miss Michelle Duggar. I hope she doesn't do any of those Britney Spears getting out the car with no underwear on shots. You feel me? Diva Speak TV.blogspot.com. Big up, let down. Ooh, ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, this week's Big Up goes to all of those who participated in the number of protests that took place in response to the unjustified verdict of the police officers in the Sean Bell shooting. Now, I attended the protest that took place on 125th Street here in Harlem, but there were also protests that took place all along the city, and folks actually shut down the bridge. The first time in a long time that I've seen so many people move so strongly by something that they were compelled to actually come together and take a stand. We come from a history of folks who marched, who sang, who sat in, and who protested. These injustices that are going on haven't stopped. They haven't ceased. I feel like the only thing that ceased is our ability to speak out against it. And if we don't keep speaking out against it, then shit ain't never gonna cease. But you know that there is undoubtedly some oldest middle passage Negroes somewhere saying, I don't even know about these black people these days. These Negroes need to sit down and get a job. Why did you even have time to go do a protest? I gotta work. I know what a protest is like. I was there with Nat Turner. I was there with Crispus Attucks, standing right next to him at the Boston Tea Party. So it was great to see my people, and not just black people, but just people who have a brain and who have an understanding of what justice and freedom is, come together last week in the name of justice and freedom. That's our Big Up for the week. Al Sharpton still got a conking line perm talking about black rights. He don't even got natural health. Getting all these police officers distracted from the real crimes going on for this boy who was at a strip club. Now you know he ain't had no business being at no goddamn strip club if he married anyway. Ooh, this middle passage still got my body weary. Right now in America, we're very overwhelmed with the election, Sean Bell, Miss Rap Supreme, and our own lives, that we have actually turned a blind eye to what's going on in the rest of the world. And a lot of people don't know that one of the biggest natural disasters that has taken place in recent years is going on right now in Burma, which is to the east of India, south of China, and to the west of Thailand. Recently, a cyclone hit the city of Myanmar, Burma, and wiped out 100,000 people. It was a huge disaster and relief was needed immediately. But the Burmese government is so insular that they have made it nearly impossible for aid groups to come into the country to help. Now, you remember when the tidal wave hit Thailand, they actually allowed US troops on their soil to bring assistance. But Burma is saying that they don't know who anybody is and they're being extremely paranoid. Now, I understand why they're being paranoid because, let's be real, America and these other countries oftentimes have ulterior motives when they're coming to help. But the other problem is that the reality is people in the country really do need aid and help. And so what is the next move? Folks are saying that we actually might invade Burma. Now, just to give y'all my own personal opinion on this, remember this? We had a similar situation go down right here in our country with Katrina, and I'm not saying that the Burmese people don't need help, but it's always amazing to me how quick and ready America is to run across the world and help others, and they could so easily ignore their own people when Katrina took place. Today's letdown doesn't go to the calamity of the cyclone that hit Burma, but more so to the tragedy of government. Because what government is supposed to do is protect its people, but it seems as though these days it gets more in the way of helping people than actually of the way of helping people. What ends up happening is these governments work like corporations where they're more concerned with how much they're going to lose and gain than how many people they're going to lose. What do you think? You think that folks really want to help, or you think there's something more? Find out there's some oil in Burma or some shit. This week's Divapedia word is Crank-dat-itis. Now, I'm sure many of you have been privy to this soldier girl video that's gone all over the internet showing a young woman on MARTA in Atlanta harassing an elderly lady and basically acting a damn fool on the train. Now the cops are looking for her and want to charge her with harassment and disorderly conduct. Well, here at Diva Speak TV, we don't have any law experience, but we would like to bring to the table the possibility that she wasn't suffering from inebriation, she wasn't exhibiting disorderly conduct. No, she has fallen prey to what we call Crank-dat-itis. We actually have brought that young woman here today to show you exactly what Crank-dat-itis is so that you can keep yourself protected. So joining us in the studio via satellite, we have Soldier Girl. Soldier Girl, how are you today? Yeah, bitch, yeah, I'm here. Now, we've learned that the police are actually looking for you in regards to your acting a damn fool on the train. Them cock can't cave me. Shot, I've been out here. Why don't you tell the people what really happened on the train? Shit, bitch wanna talk shit about me on that train. I said, let her know what it is. So the girl hit it, want me wild, want me roll, want me get it, want me blowing Superman that. Oh. We actually have some great news for you. We know what your problem is. Ma'am, you have Crank-dat-itis and it needs to be taken care of immediately. Crank-that what? Shit, I ain't got no crank that nothing, Sean. What I got is something for that ass. That's what I got. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a common symptom of Crank-that-itis is not knowing that you actually have Crank-that-itis. Yeah! The crank that has been seeped into your brain by so much radio, television, and internet play that has actually overrun your level of intelligence. So we here at Diva Speak TV have devised some ways for you to prevent yourself from suffering the way that Soldier Girl is suffering. If you find yourself displaying any symptoms of Crank-dat-itis, some to name example, getting a little too hype when Soldier Boy comes on in the club, knowing how to Soldier Boy way too well, or the worst of them all, using the words to a Soldier Boy song, please utilize these tactics that we are providing you with. First, whatever song, video, or ringtone by Soldier Boy that's on, turn it off. Run quick, fast, in a hurry to find the nearest Tribe Called Quest album, or even better, the nearest Life Experience album, and immerse yourself in some music that actually says some shit. Tell your friends. Tell them about Crank-dat-itis so that we can stop this epidemic. Tell a friend about your Soldier Girl shit in its tracks. Whoa. Where my hat at? Stay losing my hat. We out here, y'all. It's another edition of Diva Speak TV. It's me and the Diva here. On a side note, somebody stole my purse at the club this weekend. They stole my iPod, both my phones, my camera, my wallet, basically my life. So, if you were ever thinking about buying Life Experience, now is the time to do it. And also, Mother's Day just happened, so shout out to all the moms. You can get your mom a lovely hand-painted bag by Amanda Diva herself, or a painting, etc., etc., etc. I gotta get back on my shit, so you know what we do? We work hard. I'm out of here. It's another Diva Speak TV, y'all. Hope you have a good one. Soldier Boy! Yeah! It never gets old.